Hey class, so by now we should finish the warm-up, and if you haven't grabbed your red pen, do so now because we're going to start correcting. So I'm going to do the first problem. So we have number of rows, and that's going to be our x, and the number of tiles, that's going to be our y. And they're saying that the number of tiles Zion, here, let me highlight it. The number of tiles Zion needs to put on the wall to make a backsplash is shown in the table. Determine whether the number of tiles is proportional to the number of rows by graphing the relationship on the coordinate plane. And then we have to explain. Okay, so first, I think it would be a good idea to plot the points. So we're told 0, 0. So just a reminder that we need x over y, and then x, y, x, y, and x, y, and last one, x, y. So if I were to plot this point, it would be 0, 0, which I can put, here I'm going to put it in blue so we can all see it, right over here. So that's my origin. The next point I have is 1, 7. So I'm going to plot that point. So I go to the right one, up 7, and that's my second point. Next one we see 2 and 14. So that means I'm going to go to the right 2, up 14. Next one is 321. So 321. And the last one, 428. So I'm going to go to 4 and up 28. And I can connect my lines. And we want it as straight as possible. Okay, so by looking at the graph, am I starting at the origin? So starting at origin. Yes, I am. So what we're looking for is to make sure it is proportional. We need the start of the origin and a straight line. So do we have a straight line? Yes, we do. My pencil. Straight line, and yes, we do. So we're going to write yes, proportional, because the straight line goes through the origin. The origin. So we should be seeing work like this. Let's go over to number 2. So I'm going to put in my x, my y, and it says here the table shows how much Charlotte gets paid to babysit. Determine whether the total amount is proportional to the number of hours by graphing the relationship on the coordinate plane. And then we have to explain. So same thing, I want to set it up as x and y, x, y, x, y, x, y, x, y. Then I'm gonna plot my points, so 0, 14, 1, 21, 2, 28, 3, 35, and 4, 42. And then I'm going to start plotting my points. So at 0, I go up 14, 1, 21, which it looks like it's going by 7. So 7, 21, 35, 49, and then, why am I blanking? That's probably good enough. That's all we really need. So that 1 and up 21. Then at 2, I go up 28. 3, I go up 35. And then 4, I go up 42. And then it looks like I do have a straight line. So do I have a straight line? Yes, I do. It looks pretty straight. But did it start at the origin? If we don't remember what origin is, it's 0, 0. So no, we don't have it. So because it doesn't start at the origin, that means it is not proportional. So not proportional. Because the straight line does not go through the origin. So it needs to start at the origin, but if it doesn't, it is not proportional. Number 3, it says the amount Javan saves when using a % off coupon is proportional. So that means the same to how much he spends. What is the constant of proportionality? Okay, so let's look at what we have here. So it looks like what we have is, so this is our X, this is our Y. So our unit rate so I'm going to put a cloud over it. Our unit rate is Y over X, and that's going to be money on top. So we always want money on top. So for the first point, this looks like it is at 24, and we want to write it as X, Y. So my Y is 4, so money on top, so $4 saved over, so even though this is also money, because it's on the horizontal line, that means it's going to be our X value. So that means $20 spent. So if I plug in my calculator, which I don't have on the iPad, but if I do plug it into my calculator, 4 divided by 20 should make 0.2. But in terms of money, we want to put 20 cents. So we don't want to say 0.2 because no one says 0.2 cents. That's kind of confusing. So $0.20 saved over $1 spent. So this is my unit rate. I want this to be my unit rate. So let's make sure that we are getting what we're supposed to get. So at 40, we are saving $8. So that means if I use my Y over X, I should be getting 8 over 40. And then use my calculator again. So then that's the same thing as $0.20 over $1 spent. And again, we are getting the same unit rate. So we started from the origin. We do have a straight line, so that means all of these are proportional. So what is my K value? Here, let me write this neater. What is my K value? My K value should be 0.20. So just for extra practice, if I were to write this as an equation, so the equation, even though it didn't ask for it, but just for extra practice, the equation would be y equals kx. We just replace k with 0.20x if they were to ask the equation. But in this case, they didn't. All right, and that's it.